Hey guys, how's it going? So I've got a very interesting, mostly first impression. I wouldn't say review because I haven't had it for very long. But I got this knife in the other day. I decided to snag one of the first 200 that were produced up. And I'm glad I did. I love this knife. So first off, obviously, it's a Brous blades, and I'm sure I put in the title what it is. My favorite knives, well, there's like, you know, if I had to make a list of everything that I want, one fits the bill and one's really close. The one that's really close would be, well, the reason why it's really close is because he doesn't make it yet. I would love to get a 3-inch Hinderer XM18 with the Wharncliffe style blade. He doesn't make that yet. I'm hearing rumors and seeing things on Instagram that Hinderer is going to be making a 3.5-inch Wharncliffe production knife. So be on a watch out for that. But in my state, I'm not allowed to carry anything over 3 inches, so I like smaller blades. I like Wharncliffes. I like titanium Framelocks. I like flippers. I like deep carry pocket clips, and Jason Brous hit it out of the park. All the bases covered of exactly the kind of knife that I like. Like if I were to design a knife, those would be the requirements, just for me to make my own perfect knife. So, like I said, I placed this order a little while ago. And I originally placed it for the satin version, the first version that came out, the one that he showed at Blade Show. But since then, he's been working on a couple of different finishes, and he came out with an Acid Stonewash finish. And so I messaged him. I said, hey, can I switch my order? I haven't seen one of these reviewed online yet on YouTube or anywhere else, so I kind of wanted to be the first one to show it off. And I don't know if I am, so if you've already got a video up, I apologize, but hey. What the hell? So anyhow, so it came in this nice Brous blades case. Pretty cool. Came with the certificate of authenticity. Brous blades, date 4/4/13. Number 162 out of 200. So take a look at the knife. I know that's why you're watching. So it has a carbon fiber scale on it, black hardware, titanium Framelock. That he says is acid stonewash, but I didn't think acid affected titanium the same. So I'm not 100% sure, you know, if that's just what he's calling it, but if he's using a different process to do it, like taking his blackout finish and rubbing it down, I don't know. But at any rate, it looks similar. It's actually a little bit blacker. And the lines in here, I'm assuming that that's from running it on a CNC. I'm sure that's the look he was going for, which looks pretty cool. He's got the Brous Blades logo on the back. This pocket clip is pretty cool. It's a deep carry pocket clip. I know one of the first tip up pocket clips that he did, I think, was for Jim, and it was a little bit different designed. It wasn't a deep carry pocket clip. You know, probably just trying to come up with something for Jim. But this one is, which is really cool. And it's a 1 screw with a milled out recessed area. I mean, perfect. These areas here are a little thin. I'm sure he's done testing and it will hold up. But yeah, I mean, perfect pocket clip. 1 screw, milled out area so that your pants don't catch on the inside lip trying to put it in your pocket. Deep carry all the way up to the top, so you really can't even see the sucker when it's in your pocket at all. So that was a great add-on, a great update to the design. And the flipper takes a little bit of getting used to. You know, if you guys have been watching stuff about the Silent Soldier flipper, same deal. You can't go down like that because it won't come out right. You have to push in, and it flies out when you do that. Nice strong detent. I'll show you the detent. Nice strong detent. So once you break past that, it flies out. Fits great in my pretty small hands. It's definitely different with this finger thing in here. But I really like it. The blade shape is awesome. It's got a swedge up there on the top. It's got that same acid stonewash finish on it. It's got that really cool jimping on the top of the blade that really does help for traction. Nice and sharp. Really nice knife. I really like this knife. I had to save up for a while to get it. But it's been on my list. The only thing that I really had an issue with was that the lock was really sticky. Especially when you really got it out there, it was sometimes really hard to get the lock bar over. So I'm able to carbonize titanium. So I went in and carbonized that lock face in there, and now there's no problem at all. But most knife makers, when they make titanium knives, they don't carbonize it. So that's not something that I expect. I just have the capability of doing it. And I'm sure it probably would have wore in at some point or another. I just didn't want to wait. And lockup is solid. And that's probably where it's going to stay now that I carbonized it. So I did take this thing apart. It does look like, I'm not sure if, I believe he makes his own ball bearing pivot system, I would assume. And looks really solid. Looks, it's not encased in plastic. It's encased in metal. I think brass or something. And it's not going to wear out. Perfect. Absolutely love it. Thanks, Jason, man. I really appreciate it. I got a shirt too, which is in the other room. I think I need to get a hold of them and try and get some stickers. I wanted to get some stickers to put up in my workshop area. So, Jason, if you watch this, I'll probably be contacting you for some stickers. And, so I'm a knife pimper, right? So I've got this knife and I'm like, man, do I pimp it? Do I not pimp it? Probably not going to pimp it right off the bat, and maybe never, just because I have a lot of respect for Jason. I really like his work that he does, and I might just leave it as is. But if I were to do something, I might do, like some micarta scales. I might see if this titanium, the light areas would anodize bronze, so it'd be bronze and black. That might be pretty cool. Not really too sure. I have to give it some serious thought. Don't know. I really like it the way that it is. I don't really see a need to change it. But I got to be different. I'm a knife pimper. If it's just, if I got the same as everybody else, then then I'm not doing my job right. So some of the specs on it, because I do have them pulled up. Overall length is 6.375. Blade length is 2.5. Cutting edge is 2.1. Blade thickness is 3/16. Blade material is D2. Framelock material titanium, obviously. Handle material carbon fiber, obviously. Closed length 3.65. Weight 4.2 ounces. So the weight, this thing is a little bit hefty. It's 4.2 ounces. I'm not nothing fancy. I'm not going to complain, but it feels like a really nice tank in your hand. Feels really, really nice and solid. Perfect thickness, and my battery's going to die. So I apologize. Hope you guys like the review. I will probably do more in-depth after I've used it for a little while. All right? Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. Later.